Okay, so our participant is an African grey parrot named Alex, as we talked earlier. He was allowed free access to all parts of the laboratory, so if he requested that he wants to go to the gym, he would be taken there. Thus, trials were conducted at all parts of the lab. But keep in mind that he was confined to a cage at night to make sure he's not lost. He was also always provided with water and standard seed mix in terms of almonds and peanuts and whatever he would like. He was also provided with fruits and vegetables and toys such as paper and rawhides for him to play with. He also knew vocal English labels for 5 colors, several shapes, and metallic items at the beginning of this study. He could produce vocal labels for colors like blue, green, yellow, and gray. He could also produce vocal labels for shapes like 2, 3, 4 corner, and shapes and pentagons and triangles. He could also produce vocal labels for metallic items such as keys. He had also shown limited comprehension of abstract categories of shape and color. If someone asked him what shape or what color, he was able to respond with the label of the specific color or shape. So he already knew the label of color and shape at the start of the study. Method, we had to make sure that the task that was designed for Alex, the method of research that we were using for Alex, was equally functional with the one used with Premax chimpanzees, so that um, comparison could be made between non-human primates and primates. All right, so firstly, we had to make sure that the symbolic concepts tested would be more abstract than those examined in standard conditional discrimination paradigms. This is basically talking about oddity from sample and matching to sample. How did we make sure of this? We made sure of this through making sure that the task was not based on the total similarity and difference of the object, but it was based on 3 categories, which was color, shape, and material. Alex had to respond with the label of the category rather than just being like, okay, these two objects are same and these two objects are different, right? Secondly, the subject would be given explicit equal training on both concepts of same and different to be fair. This is pretty self-explanatory. Thirdly, the findings could not be dismissed as stimulus-specific association. We had to make sure that the variety of pairs of objects that could be presented to Alex was was large. We had to make sure of that so that he did not rote learn his answers, or he did not practice his answers from previous questions that he was asked. Fourth, first trial transfer results could be examined for the significance. Um, Apart from the correction trials, when he was represented with the objects, we thought that we could look at the first trial responses for their significance if he had really learned the concept of same and different as well. Because as we go on with the correctional trials, you know that okay, you this answer was wrong. Oh, so the next option must be the right answer, right? Which is why we want to look that our first trial transfer test results could be examined for their actual significance, which should be high in the study. Thus, keeping all of these things in mind, this way he performs feature analysis. What is feature analysis? Feature analysis refers to our sensory system breaking down all the incoming stimuli in terms of what is, in context of this study, what is same or different between these objects. So our sensory system breaks down all the incoming stimuli and it processes that information. In this case, Alex had to break down all the categories of both the objects and see what was same and what was different, and on the basis of that he had to answer the question. Thus, what the task that was designed for Alex was, firstly, he had to attend to multiple aspects of both the objects. Alright. Then he had to determine from the vocal question whether the answer was to be based on the same or different. So he would be presented with two objects. He would be asked, for example, he is presented with a blue wooden triangle and a green wooden triangle, and he is asked what is same or what is different, right? So the correct answer would be rewarded with both the objects. Thus, firstly, he had to attend to multiple aspects of the both the objects. Then he had to determine from the vocal question which the second retrainer was asking, what's same or what's different, and he had to answer on the basis of that question. Thirdly, he had to determine from the exemplars what was same or what was different. Oh, whether both the objects are blue, or whether both the objects are triangle, or whether both the objects have different shape, right? He had to determine from the exemplars to find the right answer. And when he had found the right answer, he had to produce the label for this particular category, which could be shape, color, or material.